Cindy Crawford went from a small-town girl to one of the most iconic supermodels the world has ever seen. Her rise to fame is a story that proves beauty alone isn't enough. It takes hard work, determination, and the right decisions at the right time. Long after many of her peers faded from the spotlight, Cindy remained a force in the fashion industry. But how did she manage to stay relevant for decades? To understand this, it's important to start from the very beginning. Crawford's journey started in DeKalb, Illinois. Her childhood was far from glamorous. With no connections to show business, modeling wasn't on her radar. Cindy had dreams of becoming a scientist, a doctor, or maybe even a teacher. But fate had other plans. During her junior year of high school, a local photographer spotted her and convinced her to pose for a small publication. She was just 16 at the time. That one photo shoot sparked a chain of events that would change her life forever. Cindy loved school and was determined to stay focused, but the modeling world was already knocking at her door. By the time she turned 17, she joined a small modeling agency, and within months, she was competing in a Lights Look of the Year contest. Despite her growing success, Cindy didn't abandon her education. She graduated as valedictorian in 1984 and earned a scholarship to Northwestern University to study chemical engineering. But the pull of the modeling world was too strong. After just one quarter, she left school and moved to New York City to chase her dreams full-time. The late 80s and early 90s were golden years for Crawford. By 1987, she had signed with a light model management in New York, and the opportunities poured in. She appeared in Michael J. Fox's film The Secret of My Success and graced the cover of British Vogue in 1990. George Michael's Freedom, '90 music video gave her even more recognition. But Cindy wasn't satisfied with just being another pretty face. She wanted to stand out and took risks that many models wouldn't. In 1988, she posed for Playboy not once but twice. Those bold moves didn't hurt her career. If anything, they elevated her status, landing her among Playboy's 100 sexiest stars of the 20th century. By the late 90s, Cindy was everywhere. She walked the runway for Chanel, Versace, and Christian Dior. Shape magazine named her the second most beautiful woman in the world, just behind Demi Moore. People magazine consistently placed her among the most beautiful women in the world. When Cindy wore a red Versace dress to the 1991 Academy Awards, the dress became so famous that knockoffs flooded the market. The demand was so high that it eventually tarnished the dress's exclusivity. Not everything she touched turned to gold, though. Cindy tried breaking into acting, starring in Fair Game in 1995. The movie flopped, and critics weren't kind to her performance. Another attempt in the Simeon line in 2001 didn't fare much better. Realizing her strengths lay in modeling and business, she stepped away from acting offers. Her personal life also made headlines. Cindy married actor Richard Gere in 1991, but their relationship ended in divorce by 1995. Cindy later shared that she felt like she had to change herself to fit into his world, which left her feeling unfulfilled. In 1998, she married businessman Randy Gerber, and the two have built a strong, lasting relationship. They have 2 children, Presley and Kaya Gerber, who is now following in her mother's footsteps as a model. Cindy's influence extended beyond the runway. She launched a successful beauty line and even ventured into furniture design with the Cindy Crawford Home Collection. Despite stepping back from modeling, her presence never faded. Her face still appears on covers and campaigns, proving that beauty doesn't have to fade with age. She openly shares her experiences with cosmetic procedures, admitting to using Botox and collagen infusions to maintain her youthful appearance. But one thing she never changed was her signature mole. Cindy revealed that she once considered removing it as a child but decided against it, after her mother pointed out that the scar might be worse. Even today, Cindy reflects on how much the industry has evolved. She's embraced social media, acknowledging that models now have more control over their careers. While she no longer chases the spotlight, she still commands attention whenever she steps out. At 58, Cindy Crawford remains as captivating as ever, balancing her family life, business ventures, and legacy in the fashion world. Her net worth is estimated at around $400 million, and she continues to inspire new generations of models and fans alike. Her story is a reminder that staying true to yourself, taking risks, and adapting to change can lead to lasting success.